And y'all about to see our second day of LP sighting. So we are just grinding it out and in that process. And I can't sneak peek y'all too much because things are really changing a lot around here. So we don't want to like let out too much of the final product. You will have to stick around and wait and see how everything unfolds.
But somewhere along the road, I felt the shift. The days turned heavy like an unseen rift. The girl that I was began to fade. And in her place, a new self was made.
We call this man stuff.
Okay.
Power tools.
Yeah, I got you. Cause like
when you're a little boy, you play with these, but they don't work. You know, they just be toys. When you're a man, you get these.
You get the real
still
power
toys,
tool.
but they actually work. And they
I don't know about that now.
Yeah.
Still toys.
I feel the pull of who I should be, caught between the past and what I can see. The weight of the change rests on my chest. Questions that made no sense.
Yeah. You back there, Boots?
Yep.
We got another visitation from Boots.
Boots.
Guest appearance.
What's up, Boots?
Boss man. What's up, Boots? He made his first showing in the last video. He walking a little bit better than Boots today.
Oh yeah, he's got it. Oh, look at that.
He even got that stand. You know. You know how to work them things. They still breaking them in a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got it, Boots. What is up, I.A.G Farm family? Welcome to another sneak peek exclusive peekaboo, whatever you would like to call it. It's a little bit overcast today, and we are hoping that we get some much needed rain, but that happens sometimes, especially usually it's in summertime, like deep summertime in Mississippi, where we go a few weeks without rain, and you know the grass stops growing, and we just have to trust God for the rain. And it really is a beautiful thing. Tim and I have learned so much from farming, because you know you can water the garden, but there is nothing like the rain to make something grow. It's just a different thing. Like you can be watering it with the water hose, trying to make it through the drought, but when you get that first rain after a few weeks of no rain, everything starts to sprout up and just pop back to life. And y'all, our farm is really coming together so beautifully. We're kind of condensing the animals and moving the animals around a little bit and preparing some things for a vacation. But as we do that, we just see, you know, everything like coming together and lining up and being in order, because what we do when we start to approach wintertime and fall is we like to put our animals in a good spot. We take them off of our big pastures. We start feeding hay. And so all those things are really just starting to line up and be put in order and put in place, and the farm just kind of settles down. You know, in springtime is popping off. We have, you know, feeder hogs. We actually, you know, have some feeder chickens now, because we couldn't get them earlier when we wanted to order them. But you know, we don't have as many as we thought. We might get some more in the future, but it's just beautiful to kind of see our farm just like settle in and condense and bunker down. And it's just each season just kind of gives a different feel to the farm, but it definitely feels like just so peaceful. Yeah, so peaceful and tranquil. Like things are really beginning to like just settle in. And that I just love the fall and the spring, because it gets colder and it's almost like that dormant season. You start to realize all the potential that's there. I think that's what I'm looking for. It's kind of like, even though it's dormant and it's not like popping off like it's springtime, you can kind of like reassess and just be thankful and look at all of what God has done. And you start to really appreciate, because you're not just grinding it out and doing all the work, and everything kind of settles back, so you can really like look at it and cast vision for the future. And yeah, so it's been great just to kind of see the farm come alive and spread its wings and shoot out all its blooms, but then also just kind of salah and settle in. And we are going hard to just get everything settled and everything ready. We're doing a big push with the LP so that we can prepare for our vacation. And it really is great to be at this point. We are super on track with everything. And Tim now is able to kind of like slow down and pay more attention to detail with the LP, because we are dry in. So he's been having fun with that, and it's really great that he was able to kind of practice with the barn even though like I didn't even realize that we were putting up LP smart siding, but he's done it before, and so he can kind of like, this is his second time working with the LP, and he really wants to do it right, y'all. So he's been paying super duper attention to detail with this project. And even though it feels like to him he's going slow, he's definitely on pace. And y'all about to see our second day of LP siding. So we are just grinding it out and in that process. And I can't sneak peek y'all too much, because things are really changing a lot around here. So we don't want to like let out too much of the final product. You will have to stick around and wait and see how everything unfolds. But I will tell you, the LP siding is looking amazing. When we drive up to the property, we just see the big house on the hill is solid. It is going to be amazing. And I just think back to when I first talked to Tim. We were talking about siding the house, and I was just like, how hard would it be if we put siding on the house like we have on the barn? And we've talked about this before. The answer is super duper hard in some ways, but Tim and I were having a conversation just yesterday about, is hard really bad? Are we actually looking to escape hard in our lives? And isn't it actually the hard things that challenge us, that make us? We talked about like when we're working out and the workouts get too hard, you add another mile, or you add more reps, or you increase the intensity, right? Because the goal is to work out, to become stronger, to become better. And so sometimes we look at things as hard, but are they really hard? Maybe it's our perspective. Maybe we can say, oh, it's not hard, but it is, challenging. And that challenging thing, if I do that for long enough, then it just becomes routine. It just becomes part of my discipline. It just becomes part of making me stronger. So we have learned so much in this process of putting on the LP and working with the siding, removing the tin. And by the time we are completely done restoring Emma, we will have also done a porch build as well. Tim's built a barn. So it's kind of like at this point, Jesus is teaching us like from the ins and outs of completely restoring a mobile home. And I can't help but think that the Lord wants to use those that knowledge that he's given us, the training that he's given us in the future. So I know that there are great things in store. It's not just about, restoring our house. It's not just a one-shot deal. He's teaching us so much and just training us up spiritually, physically, mentally, as we go through this process. And I know that he wants to use that. He wants to use that for his glory. He wants to encourage y'all with that. And that, this process is also training and tweaking and helping us as well. There's so many, facets to this. And y'all, it's just all gonna unfold. It really, really is. So stick around and just join us for this process of LP siding, but keep sticking around and keep being encouraged, because it is about so much more. So sit back, grab your cup of tea, and enjoy this process of LP siding in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Look at Benjamin. What's going on, Benjamin? What's going on, Benjamin? Hey there, farmer. That's a cowboy hat. Got some boots. What you think about that? Got anything to say about that? He said, I reckon you're right. I reckon you're right. Yeah. You got some Crocs too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those not yours. He said, hand me my Crocs. Hand me my Crocs. All right, y'all. It's late at night and I'm still going. I had to get that porch light back in, but I got it back in, and I want to also get the steps back in, because I don't want anybody to step out of the door in the morning and think the steps there and then hurt themselves. So I'm really, really working hard to get these steps back. That's the main reason why I'm working so late, because it's probably about 10:30, 10 o'clock, maybe going on 11. Don't tell nobody. You ready to roll, ain't it? You ready for vacation? You ready, bud? You ready for Disneyland? Everybody's gonna have on Mickey Mouse hats. We're gonna come around there with cowboy hats on.
That's right. That's right.